Gardening update. So this plant here bolted. When it bolts, it throws seed. It goes to flower. It throws all of its energy into flower. This was fresh. It didn't like the environment or something, and it thought it was gonna die, so it flew to flower. So here's one too. It's got a flower. So if we take off this flower, it's gonna put more energy towards the roots and the leaves, and so it may have a better chance. I'm not sure about co-planting with these squashes and the snake plant. I'm not sure how that's going exactly, but deadheading, or I guess it's before deadheading. So I removed the bud so it wouldn't bolt. A plant bolts when it's just gonna go right to seed, and it'll flower so it goes to seed. So here we took the tops off the basil so that it keeps going to leaf instead of going right to seed, because we want to keep getting the basil to grow. So we pinch it here and receive the top of the basil so that the basil will keep growing. If we take the leaves from the bottom, it'll grow until it goes to seed, and so it can run away. So these are, I removed the flowers on those, and they're growing good. And the best flower pot so far is the electroculture. This one that I'm hooked up to the ground of the building, hooked up to the copper that goes into the ground. And this was planted the same time as all these others. And this tomato is the biggest, and it's the biggest calabaza. And this tree is doing a whole lot better. The other two trees died, and so today we just picked out this moringa, pulled it off that tree over there. Thank you, tree, we love you. And then stuck it in the dirt here. The moringa will just keep growing. It's like the tree of life. You can eat the leaves, seed casings, the flowers. They bring a lot of hummingbirds and little birds. It's really an amazing thing. And so hopefully this flower pot does better. I have a wire in the soil and then a wire up to the metal structure of the sky. And Kim's getting more dirt for the plants down below. Had my little dirt bucket up here. Here's the dead tree that didn't make it. And you can see there's a new garden down there growing, our little herb garden. So everything's growing real good, just like us, just like all of us. I had to stunt the growth of them by removing their flowers so they don't just run to death. So they don't just say, oh, we're gonna die, throw out seeds, let's live on. So pull those off and then let them keep growing themselves, and then the next flowers they grow will be really strong, and they'll be really strong. So keep growing, keep planting, keep watering, keep loving.